Hello,
Hi, I'm
good
so sorry.
afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry. I had to deal with some of
No
the
problem. No
softwares. There was a problem on my laptop. Okay, so how are you, Shirin?
problem. I'm pretty good. I'm
Okay,
fine.
good. I
Thank
can hear
you.
you
How are
loud
you?
and clear, no delay, and I think it'll be a good class. I'm fine too, thank you. And it's Bezat there too?
Yes,
Hi,
hello.
how are you?
This is Susie.
How are you?
Thank you very much.
Okay, good. So, have you done the review? Have you done the review of the
Mm.
previous sessions?
Mm, Yes, Shirin has done that.
Okay. Okay, so Shirin, which session did you review?
Uh, I reviewed two last sessions,
Very good.
and the first one was about ceremony.
The
And
last two
I
sessions,
don't
Shirin, the last two sessions, not two last sessions.
the last
You could say two of the
one.
last sessions, but it wouldn't mean the same thing. It wouldn't mean دو جلسه آخر. If you mean دو جلسه آخر, it's the last two sessions, only that. The
Last two
last two
sentences.
sessions. That's something that's related to the
Mm.
order of adjectives in English. Okay?
Mhm.
I've talked about it. I've
Two.
talked about this in the magazine reading videos and also in the book. But also, if you
Mhm.
search about it, about
Mhm.
order of adjectives in English, you'll find some
Mhm.
sentences, some funny sentences that they made up in order to remember the order of adjectives. Also, you could memorize them.
Mhm.
Okay, so you said
Mhm.
you reviewed the last two sessions. Okay, go
The
on.
last session. Um, I don't know um, how to prepare it, but I uh, mm, categorize them in three categories: vocab, expression,
Z.
and tenses and points. First one is about the vocabulary. The first one was recently or recent years, and and we can use during. I have a question.
Yes.
During the recent years or during recent years, which one is correct?
During recent years, during the recent years. I
During.
cannot
We
think of
need to
any
use the.
difference during recent years, during the
Mhm,
recent. I think that you can say both, but it's not
mhm,
wrong to say during the recent years,
mhm,
but I'm sure during recent years is
mhm,
correct too. I cannot give you a definitive
mhm,
answer in here. Okay.
mhm. Okay. The next one is learned about something, and I use it in this form. During recent years, the people have learned about new ceremonies. And the next one is religious and Western
Okay, okay,
ceremony.
wait.
Religious.
The question
Mhm,
was, you said, wait a second, recent years or the
mhm,
recent years? The recent years.
mhm,
Okay, I just thought of something else that we could add to the class, and it would help us a lot because
mhm,
I know that, for example, in British English, they do not use a lot of the definitive article the,
mhm,
but in American English they do.
mhm,
And some of the things that I
mhm,
know and a lot of other English learners is a mix of American
mhm,
and British English, unfortunately, because they were not categorized from the
mhm,
beginning. For example, British people say, I'll go to hospital. But an American says, I'll go to the hospital, even though they do not mean a specific hospital. Okay, that's just the way it is. And the definitive article the has a lot of exceptions. So the thing that I can think of course, I can find the answer to your question really fast, but I want to give you a homework, Shireen. Okay, and I think we can do this reviewing for quite some time. For next session, we'll do the review of 2 sessions before last session, and we'll do the same thing for all the free discussion sessions that both of you took part in, and also the newspaper reading sessions, etc. I want you to make an account in the website wordreference.com. It's a very good website, better than Yahoo Answers. I think you're familiar with Yahoo Answers. And I want you to start a thread, because the new question that you ask is a thread. It's a thread, not threat, thread. یه سرنخه، یه نخه که در ادامهش میان و جواب میدن. So you start a thread and you ask this question. I have a grammar question. Please tell me which one is correct grammatically. Recent years or the recent years. And then several people will answer your question. You have to grade them. You have to like their answers, etc. And pay attention to the fact that sometimes non-native speakers answer. Some of them are teachers, but you should rely on the answers that are given by native speakers or people who teach English and are native speakers. You'll find it out. You'll find it out. And then for next session, I want you to tell me this. Tell me what happened. Did you ask who answered? What did you find out? This is one. Okay, recent years, the recent years. Okay, go on.
And the next one is religious and Western ceremony.
Okay.
And
what was it?
Aria and
you said religious ceremony. What about it? What was the point?
I didn't know. I told.
I said
ancient ceremony.
No, I said wait.
Ancient.
Shirin, this is the mistake that you make again and again. Okay, tell somebody something. Learn the structure. This way you won't forget. Okay, tell somebody something. That's tell somebody something. Say something to somebody. Just try to memorize it like a piece of poetry. Okay, tell somebody something. Say something to somebody. An or you could learn the example. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I told you this. I said this to you. Say it again and again to yourself. I told you this. I said this to you. I told you this. I said this to you. This way you won't mistake the two. So you were saying? You were saying something.
I want to ask this question. I don't know when I have to use tell and when I have to use say.
Okay.
There is a difference. What's the difference between them?
Okay.
Because I'm very confused about them.
The only confusion that you have, Shireen, is the structure. Because there are very few cases where you cannot use say and you have to use tell. Those are the exceptions, like telling the time. You tell the time, you don't say it. Telling the truth. You tell the truth. You don't say it. Also lies. Telling a lie. Tell the difference. You don't say the difference. You don't tell the difference. Tell apart. از هم تشخیص دادن دو چیز یا دو کس. You don't say apart, you tell them apart. These are exceptions, and there are very few of them. So you don't need to worry about that. The only problem that I sense you have is with the structure. You just confused the two structures because you don't know where you should put the object. You said, I told, blah, blah, but that's wrong. Just memorize these two structures. I told you this, I said this to you. I told you this, I said this to you. That is the easiest sentence I can think of.
Okay. I will do it.
Good.
Okay, okay. And the next one is ancestors is a noun, and it means a member of your family who lived a long time ago. And the next one was the phrasal verb.
Shirin, how do you say ancestors in Farsi?
نیاکان گذشتگان
آبا
پیشینیان.
اجداد. Yes, آبا اجداد.
The next one is a phrasal verb, stay up.
Yes,
and it means stay awake. And the next one is fortune telling. Fortune telling when someone
Shirin.
reads some.
It's not fortune. The pronunciation is fortune.
Fortune.
Yes, the U
fortune.
is pronounced in this word. Fortune.
Fortune. It's used when someone guesses what will happen to guesses, which someone guesses what will happen to you in the future, but by cards or by reading a book or something like that. The next one was, and I have a question about it. We have a connection, for example, with something, and for example, Iranian got to connect to other cultures. We have a connection or we have connection.
What about? What was it about? Connection means about. What was it about?
We have a connection with other countries, for example,
you mean
or with other cultures.
You mean that? Political?
Yes. For example, yes.
Well, if it's political, then I think we can use relationships. We have political relationships, cultural relationships. I can think of relationship now. Did I say connection in that session?
Yes. Yes. You told.
No, you said.
We have a connection, but
you said, not told.
You correct me.
You corrected me.
Oh, you said. Yes. Yeah, you corrected me, and you said it to me. We have a connection or got to connect to something.
What was it about? I just asked you a question. You said like political connection. Was it about politics? I don't remember this part.
No, it was about the ceremony, and we explained Western ceremony, and I said, I said,
اینطوری بگم شیرین جان نگاه کنید برای اینکه once and for all یعنی یک بار برای همیشه دیگه حل بشه once and for all. وقتی میخواید بگید یه چیزی رو گفتم اما نمیخواید بگید به کی گفتم say فقط say. tell رو زمانی بکنم باید که میخواید بگید به کی گفتید. I told you this. I said this. میتونم بگم I said this to you ادامهش بدم اما برای say لازم نیست بگم to you. اما تلو که میارید لازمه بگید. و یک مشکل دیگه ای که هست اینه که متاسفانه اون استراکچر اشتباهی که شما به کار میبرید رایج توی محاوره انگلیسی هم هست که اشتباهه. یعنی گرامر اشتباهی که خودشون هم اشتباه میکنن. Those speakers who don't know English very well, like us in Iran, our mother tongue is Farsi, but some of us say used wrong sentences in Farsi. Okay, that is the problem. You'll fix it. I said. Okay, so back to the problem. You said that you were saying about connection.
I said um, I don't like Western ceremony because there is no connection. There is no connection with this, and I said people in Iran have a connection with other cultures, and you learned me.
Taught me.
You taught me two form. We have a connection, or we have a connections, or Iranian people got to connect to other cultures. And
Okay, by that, Shirin, do you mean ارتباط برقرار کردن or another kind of connection?
Yes. نه همین ارتباط برقرار
Okay,
کردن.
so that's something completely different. If I said that is wrong. Because it's something like completely different. میگم با این نمیتونم ارتباط برقرار کنم. این یعنی که مثلا اون حس و حالی و هیچ حسی به این قضیه ندارم. منظور اینه دیگه، درسته؟ Is that what you wanted to say؟
نبود. نه بذارید من فارسی بگم. این موضوع این بود که گفتم از زمانی که مردم تونستن با بقیه کالچر ارتباط برقرار کنن یه سری سرمونیا وارد ایران شد. این بود.
So the sentence was since people got to connect to other cultures. Let me think, okay? Since people got to connect. I cannot say that this is wrong, but I cannot say that this conveys the whole meaning. Connect to them, or contact them. I have to write this down, okay? I cannot give you a good answer right now. I can think of contact. And I'm not sure about that, if I can say contact in here. I would say connect to other cultures. Other cultures. I'm writing it down, okay? Other cultures. Okay. So next session I'll tell you this one. Okay, next one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next one is composition writing, and it's a short piece of writing. About some special subject that students written at school.
Students
written at school.
Students write at school. Yes.
Students write.
How do you say that in Farsi?
The next one.
How do you say composition?
Insha.
Yes.
The next one is distant relatives and close relatives.
No, it's distant, not distant. Okay? Distant.
Distant.
Yes.
Distant. And the next one is the lucky money. And that's it's a kind of gift that we receive in Nowruz. And the next one is prejudice.
Yes, prejudice.
It's a noun.
Not prejudice.
Prejudice.
No, prejudice. Prejudice.
Prejudice. It's a noun. And prejudice, it's an adjective, and it means some sort of feeling that is not unreasonable, and it's very strong.
It is unreasonable. You said it's not unreasonable. It is unreasonable. How do you say it in Farsi? How do you say prejudice in Farsi?
تعصب.
Yes, very good. So we have different kinds of prejudice, Shirin. Prejudice is not only in religion. We have religious prejudice, and we have other kinds of prejudice too. There's a famous novel.
Yes.
What
Proud and Prejudice?
No, not Proud. Prejudice part is correct. Yes. Proud means maghrur. You need qurur. What is the noun form of proud? What is it?
No.
Pride.
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 Ah,
Pride and Prejudice. Yes. Okay.
Pride and Prejudice. Yes.
Okay.
I
Mm-hmm.
read this book
Novel.
when I was 18 years old. Novel. Yeah.
Did you like it?
And The Witness. Yes, not very much. It wasn't very excited because it's very lovely.
No.
And
No, she didn't go back. It wasn't very excited, you said. It wasn't very
exciting.
Exciting.
And
Yes.
it's exciting. It's very romantic. And I don't like it a lot, but I have a good memory when I read this
Okay,
novel.
good. Sure, when you want to say something negative, use much, not a lot. Okay? I didn't like it much. I liked it a lot. Let me type it. I didn't like it much. I liked it a lot. Okay? But you have a good memory from the time when you read this novel. Okay, go on.
Okay, and the last one, drop something on the floor, and Behzad gave an example about the way of mourning in
Morning.
morning,
yes.
in some cities, and he said they drop themselves on the floor, and the last one vocab part is roll around, and also and again Behzad said they roll around in a pool of mud.
Yes.
In Khorramabad, it's a way of mourning.
Yes.
It's a way of mourning. Yes. And a nice part is expressions. It's those were the days. And
how do you say it in Farsi? Those were the days.
یادش بخیر.
Yes. چه روزایی بود. یادش بخیر.
And I wrote everything changes. It's expression or not. Everything changes.
Why should it be an expression? It's just a sentence.
What?
It's just it's just a sentence. Everything changes. همه چی تغییر میکنه. It's not an expression. It's just a simple sentence.
And I have a question.
Yes.
Everything is a singular or plural?
So that is your question. Yes. Everything, everyone, every person, each thing, anyone, any person. Words like that get a singular verb, but plural everything else. Okay? When it comes to pronouns and possessive adjectives and subjects and objects, subject pronouns and object pronouns that refer to these words, everyone, anyone, every person, any person, each person, we use plural ones. But when we want to use a verb, it's singular. Like, for example, this is the example. Everyone who is here should put because of should, doesn't get an S, should put their bags under their chairs. That's an example. Everyone. Who is goes back to everyone. Everyone has a singular verb. But put because of should doesn't get S. And their bags, their cars. Everyone who was born in Iran, see, I said who was born, okay, not who were born. Everyone who was born in Iran knows that it is difficult to live here. Knows that. Everyone knows that. You could say this about anyone, each person, and all the words that look like that one. Only the verb is singular. Everything else is plural.
Okay. In many years, I was confused about it.
Okay. For many years, Shirin, you have to use another tense. For many years, I've been confused about this.
I've been.
Okay. For many years, I've been confused about this. Go on.
And one of them is everything is relative.
Yes. See, everything. Everything is relative.
Everything is relative.
Yes. Everything is.
And the next part is about tense. You taught for new trend, we have used present continuous.
We should use.
For example,
we should use, not we have used. We should use.
We should use. We should use present continuous.
Yes.
For example, people are celebrating Thanksgiving.
Yes, because it's a new trend. Shirin, how do you say trend in Farsi? How do you say trend?
New رفتار. New
گرایش.
گرایش.
And of course, in Farsi nowadays they use the word trend too. They don't translate it. ترند جدید. ترند جدید. ترند شده. Okay, it means that it's a new behavior. When things change, it's a new trend. When you're talking about a new trend, you use present continuous. New things are temporary. Changes are temporary. I mean, after some time, the change becomes the new normal, and it's no more a change. I mean, it's the normal thing, so that's why it's temporary. Present continuous is for temporary things. Present simple for permanent things, generally speaking, of course. Okay, so you were saying?
And another sentence was present perfect when we use recent. For example, recently or during recent years, we have used present perfect.
We should use.
We should use. We should use present perfect. For example, during recent years, people have celebrated new ceremony like Valentine.
New holidays like Valentine.
New ceremony.
It's not a ceremony. It's a holiday. Yes. There's another word they use for it. What is it? There's another word.
For what?
For
celebration.
No, not celebration. Oh, I forgot. I don't have presence of mind for that. Like Nowruz and Yalda are called festivals. Festivals.
Festival.
It's a festival. Nowruz is a festival. Yalda is a festival. These are holidays that there are ceremonies. We perform ceremonies during these holidays too. It's called a festival. Okay, go on.
And the last part is the points and preposition.
Okay, wait.
A lot of
Shirin, the last. Always use the plus superlative adjectives. The last, the best, the most. Go on.
The last part is points and prepositions. After a lot of, we have used plural form. For example,
okay, why do you keep saying we have used today? Okay, we should use. Okay.
I have to review this session several times.
And after a year, we will only have review of reviews. Okay, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of ceremonies, a lot of people, a
Yes.
lot of costumes, and
Also,
then
another one that was your problem, of course not in the previous sessions, some sessions ago, and I'm not sure which class, that's the word that you use after one of the. Do you remember this one?
One of
One of the.
One of
For example, one of the students. After one of the,
yes, yes.
you have to use okay? Like one of the students, one of the books, one of the people, one of the neighbors. Don't say one of the people, one of the student or book or neighbor.
Okay. Okay. And the next one is just. I use just in a bad way, and you said they just want to show off. I have to use just before verb.
Yes. And don't memorize that one, Shireen. I mean, don't memorize the rule. Memorize the sentence. What was the sentence? What was the sentence?
Okay.
What was it?
They just want to present themselves.
Okay, forget about the rest of it. They just want to. They just want to. These are like, you know, it might seem funny, but like mantras. Okay. Instead of, you know, memorizing the rule, that is really wrong to memorize the rule because you'll forget it and it'll be boring. Just read it like poetry. Write down this. They just want to. Full stop. You don't have to say the rest of the sentence. If you say this, you keep saying this again and again. After some time, you'll forget about this. You'll forget about they just want to. But next time that you want to say something, a sentence in which there is just, based on the structure of the sentence, you'll unconsciously put just in the correct place. Go on.
And the next one is, it doesn't make sense to me. I use for me, and it's the correct form is, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yes. You know, sometimes, and the next Shireen, one if you say it doesn't make sense for me, it makes sense. I mean, a native speaker understands what you say, but that's not how they say it. That's not how they say it. Go on.
The next one is on before sizde bedar. On sizde bedar. On Norway. And 10 years from now, for example, for 10 years from this, 10 سال آینده. And mourn,
no,
it's
not 10 سال آینده. 10 سال آینده is something else. 10 سال دیگه. When you say 10 سال آینده, it means کل این 10 سال حسابه. But when you say 10 سال دیگه، وای میسی تا 9 سال دیگه هم مهم نیست. 10مین سال که اومد اون چیزی که میخوام بگم در مورد اونه. 10 years from now. اما 10 سال آینده میشه the next 10 years. Okay? Okay, let me type it. The next 10 years. حالا هر چی که میخوام بگم در تمام طول 10 سال آینده، از امسال تا 10 سال دیگه در جریانه. The next 10 years will be prosperous years for you. یعنی از حالا تا 10 سال دیگه 10 سال پرباری رو تجربه خواهی کرد. اما 10 years from now, typing in Farsi, 10 years from now, you will start your own company. Okay, it's like fortune telling, for example. یعنی 10 سال دیگه شرکت خودت رو راه میندازی. یعنی از حالا تا 9 سال دیگه هم هیچی نمیشه. 10 سال دیگه. That's the difference.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can we say you will be starting your own company?
Yes, you could say that, but it means something else. will be که پلاس ing میشه، داریم یه تایم خاصی رو در آینده در نظر میگیریم، از یه زمانی تا یه زمان دیگه. اوکی؟ You will start your own company. یه پیش بینی میکنم 10 سال دیگه شرکت خودتو راه اندازی خواهی کرد. اما 10 years from now you will be starting your own company یه جمله ناقصه. حتما قبلش یه چیزی بوده، بعدش یه چیزی بوده. یعنی اون زمانی که حالا 10 سال دیگه که شما در حال شروع کردن کسب و کار خودتون هستید، من یه جای دیگه خواهم بود در حال کار دیگه، اون یکی در حال یه کار دیگه. داریم چند تا چیز رو همزمان میگیم. زمانهایی که مربوط به آینده استمراری میشه مثل حال و گذشته استمراری، بیشتر مثل گذشته استمراری، یعنی اتفاق دیگه داره میفته، داریم همزمانیشو با یه چیز دیگه میگیم. یا اون منشن میشه یا اینکه ایمپلاید هست، یعنی درباره یه چیزی صحبت شده و بعد این رو میگم. در طول سال 2000 مثلا 40 شما مشغول مثلا you will be working on a new project in order to, do you call it coining human beings, do we say that? Cloning, I'm sorry, cloning. In 2040 در سال 2040 you will be working on cloning. میخوام بگم در تمام طول اون سال این پیش بینی رو میخوام بکنم که شما مشغول کلون کردن انسان خواهید بود. Do you get what I mean?
But yeah, but I hear it a lot. I mean, this tense in lectures from native speakers. For example, they start with this sentence: I will be discussing about blah 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 in 10 minutes.
همین که الان داره میگه I will be discussing، یعنی داره میگه الان 10 دقیقه دیگه که شروع کنم تا 1 ساعت دیگه 2 ساعت دیگه ادامه دار این سخنرانی که تو یه لحظه رخ نمیده که. باید چیزایی که ادامه داره، تنس آینده ادامه دار رو will be doing رو میگیم. من میتونم بهتون بگم که شما 10 سال دیگه دارم پیش بینی میکنم مثلا شرکت خودتون را میندازید، دارم درباره یه کانسپت این که شرکت خودتون راه اندازی خواهید کرد پیش بینی میکنم. اما یه وقتی هست مثلا میخوام یه پیش بینی دقیق تری کنم، بر فرض میگم 10 سال دیگه بین ماه مثلا آوریل تا ماه جولای یه تایمی رو در نظر گرفتم، مثلا فاصله 4-5 you will be starting your company، یعنی you will be working on your own company، دارید روی اون کار میکنید. یه چیزی که به کشدار بودن قضیه که بخوایم اشاره کنیم یا به یه کاری که کشداره باید آینجی به کار ببرید. حالا از این به بعد
و در مورد دفینیت بودن چی؟
دفینیت بودن دفینیت که پیش بینی هیچ وقت دفینیت نیست، هیچ وقت دفینیت نیست، چون پلنتون دفینیته. پلنتون دفینیته. خب مثلا میگم که I'm cooking. نه چی بگم مثلا give me an example of present continuous for a definite plan for future. I am teaching a class. I am teaching a class at 8 tomorrow morning. Indefinite plan منه برای future. I am teaching a class at 8 tomorrow morning. Okay? حالا اگه پیش بینی، سوال شما راجع به پیش بینی بود برای آینده، چی بود؟
دفینیت بودنش که قطعا دیگه اتفاق خواهد افتاد با یه
Of course it
probability بالا.
That's real. That's real. Like for example, the example that you gave, that the lecturer says, I will be lecturing on blah blah.
Discussing.
Okay? That's like a promise too. It's like a promise. Okay?
Yes.
It's like saying that. That's what you promise, and you're being polite too when you're saying that. You're talking about the plans that you have. These are your plans, and you promise that you will be doing this. Like for example, this person wants to give a lecture, but he doesn't start the lecture right away. He spends 10 minutes on, I don't know, introducing himself, or maybe entertaining the guests or preparing the slides. That's why he says, I will be giving my lecture in 10 minutes, because that's a promise. Don't worry, I might be busy with the entertainment and preparing the slides now, but don't worry, I promise I will start my lecture in 10 minutes. Just like that. You have to focus on the sentence that they say and then think about all the applications of the tense that you know of and find out which one that is. Because I'm not sure which one that is, because you just mentioned one, that's the only thing that comes to my mind. Hello?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, dear.
Thank you.
Okay, so you were saying?
This session was over, and the next session is about history. Yes. And I want to start with expressions. Yes. The first one is history repeats itself, yes. And history is written by the victors.
Yes, very good.
Victors.
Yes. Victors. Yes. And right now, vocabulary part, trustworthy history. Trustworthy history. Trustworthy is a noun, and it's something able.
No, Shirin, trustworthy is an adjective. It's not a noun. This is trustworthy.
I look at trustworthy. I look it up in the dictionary.
It was noun.
And it was noun, yes.
Okay, maybe it is both noun. Let me check. Wait a minute, please.
Trustworthy history.
Okay, I'm back.
That adjective.
Okay, let me see. What did you say? I just put down the headphone. I didn't hear you. No. What did you say?
No. Okay. I want to check my dictionary again. Okay. Trust.
Maybe it's both a noun. Yes, again a noun. But in mine, it's adjective. Which dictionary is yours? Trustworthy.
It depends on the situation.
It depends. Shirin, it depends. It depends. Yes, you keep saying it depends. It depends. Yes, trustworthy. What is your dictionary, Shirin? In mine, it says it's an adjective.
A long man.
Long man. Okay, let's check in long man.
Long man.
Her dictionary is not a reliable dictionary, I think.
But long man is a very famous dictionary. Are you sure it's long man?
No, it's not long man.
Ah, it's not.
Long man.
What is it then?
Long man. Yes, long man.
Long
in
man.
My cell phone.
Is it online?
No, it's offline.
Okay, no. I checked it. No, don't trust offline dictionaries. Just use online ones. See, again, I'm checking in the free dictionary. Trustworthiness is the noun form. Trustworthiness. This is the noun form. And of course, I cannot completely reject what you said, because as far as I know, I've never seen trustworthy being used as a noun. But sometimes there are so many things about words in English that you cannot say for sure that that is wrong. I'm sure about that. But see, I'm still checking. I'm still getting trustworthy as just an adjective. Just an adjective. Okay, and now that you mentioned, I remembered something. Sometimes when we have a class, I don't have presence of mind. Sometimes something comes to my mind, and another time something better or worse. I remember, Behzad, that you were talking about history, and you said trust in history. You kept saying trust in, right? I remember this, trust in. Trust in is different from trust. It's not the same thing. You should have said, you should have said, I trusted history. I trust history. I don't trust history. Trusting is, for example, we trust in God. We trust in God.
Yes,
Okay?
believe in God.
No, it's not believing. It's like tawakkul kardan.
Like,
okay. I think on the $1 bill, in God we trust. You can read that. In God we trust. That's a biblical way of saying it. It's very formal and archaic. Instead of saying we trust in God, they say in God we trust. But that's the same thing. So for history, I don't trust it. نمیتونم اعتماد کنم. اعتماد کردن is just trust. Okay, don't put in. Okay, go on.
Okay. And contemporary history. Contemporary is an adjective. Yes. It's something that belongs to present. Something. Yes. Something that belongs to the present. And the next one is biased.
Biased. Biased. Biased. No, biased. Yes, biased.
Biased. It's a noun. And something is unfairly. And for example, someone presents something in the way of his thinking. And he is not impartial.
Very good.
And
there's another synonym. There's another synonym for this biased. Of course, it's not the exact synonym, but it's a synonym. A word that you learned in the previous session. Not the last session, the session before last session. We had a review. We just had a review. And you said, you named one of these. That was a synonym for biased. Can you remember that?
No.
It starts with a P.
No.
Was in the name of a novel.
P?
Yes. The name of that novel. We just talked about that novel. That famous novel that you read when you were 18 years old. Shirin, you just said that. About this novel, this story, this love story that you read when you were 18 years old. What was the name of that novel? Beza, do you remember? همه الان گفتی. Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice.
Yes. No.
فکر کردم last session.
No, the review of 2 sessions ago. Prejudiced. Prejudiced is a synonym for bias.
Yes.
It's not the exact meaning. It doesn't mean exactly the same, but it could be a synonym. Prejudiced or biased.
Okay. And the next one is impartial. It's an adjective, and it means not involved in a particular situation, and opposite of bias. And the next one is dominant. Dominant. Yes. Dominant in. It means powerful, but I don't know when.
What did you say?
You said the sentence, but I couldn't understand. But it was dominant in.
The in was in the sentence, not with dominance. For example, something is dominant in this country. Something is dominant in this city. But it doesn't have anything to do with dominance. In is with the country, with the city. In is not with dominance. In was in the sentence. What was the sentence? What did I say was dominant?
You said fast, and I couldn't written
I couldn't write it. You said it fast.
Right.
I couldn't write it. Let me think.
You said it fast. I couldn't.
It was about history, and I said dominant. I don't remember.
and before it to turn to something dominant and خیلی تند بود.
Why didn't you ask the question in that session? If I said it fast, you should.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I had a chance to review and I get it in the review.
Okay.
I got it in the review.
Okay, but dominant,
not in the class.
Dominant means یه چیزی که مسلطه، محیط بر یه چیزی. Okay? For example,
dominant male lion.
Come on. Okay, yes, of course, but no, I wanted something more tangible. Okay, you just know examples of boxing and the feline family. Yes, something else, like an example of dominant. For example, these days, loving luxurious lifestyle is dominant among young people. I can say that because a lot of them want that. خیلی براشون مسلطه این طرز فکر. Do you remember the noun form of dominant? We had that in the newspaper class.
Dominancy?
No. Dominion. Dominion. Yes. Dominion. That's dominant. Dominant. But Shirin, I gave you one website. Yeah, not the name of the website, but I said that you can search for new words and try to read it in different sentences. Right now, nothing good comes to my mind. Not a good example comes to my mind. The firm gained. Okay, let me see dominant sentence examples by Cambridge. Let me share this one with you. Okay, at least 59% of species had a very low abundance index. Okay, that is really, really difficult. Poetry and narrative are constructed from quite different dominants. That's another application. Gram positive, another one. Those are not good examples, not good examples. Let me look for better ones. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Screen, yes.
But I can't see new.
Okay, I'm looking for them. Dominance and dominance and also dominion. If this dominance, no, dominant. I want dominant. Dominant sentence examples. This one is new. Okay, she's the dominant child in the group. Okay, it means that she's the boss, like that. Unemployment will be a dominant issue at the next election. Unemployment will be a dominant
issue.
Yes, dominant issue. یعنی که اینجا باشه شما ترجمهش میکنید the most important issue. Okay? The dominant feature of the room was the large open fireplace. یعنی وجه خاص یا اون چی میگیم بهش کلمات رو الان من یادم نمیاد اون چیز خاص اون اتاق شومینش بود. The promise of tax cuts became the dominant element in the campaign. That's for President Trump. The firm has achieved a dominant position in the world market. مسلط شده بر بازار جهانی. The dominant male gorilla, that is an example which is favorite for Behzad. Okay, it's about animals. The dominant male gorilla, it's not a lion, I'm sorry, but it's a gorilla. Okay, the dominant male gorilla is the largest in the group. یعنی اون بزرگترین گوریل یک گروه دامیننت اونهاست. خب میشه گفت باسشونه. The castle stands in a dominant position above the town. یعنی بر یک فضایی بالاتر از بقیه جاهاست. انگار مثلا روی تپه مسلط بر جاهای دیگه. Truth of dominant importance یعنی of highest importance. Okay? All right, back to the rest of the review.
There is long, and I think
we still have 5 minutes.
There are many. Yes. The next one is found. Found it's someone that do something for first time. Does something for first time.
Again, Shireen, first is a superlative. Excuse me. First is ordinal number. Ordinal number. The first. Yes. What did you say? What was it? What was the word that
first.
No, before that? The word that you said?
Found. Found.
Found. Yes, found.
For example, you found something.
Yes. What is the past form? We have found.
Founded.
Yes,
and founded.
Yes. And the other one that looks like this is yes, founded. Find. That is پیدا کردن. Found. Okay.
Found. Yes. And the next one is tangible.
Yes.
For example, the result for tangible, it means something that it makes sense and you can
touch it.
find it.
Yes, you can
touch
feel
it.
Yes, you can feel it. You can touch it. Yes.
And I don't know, it's expression or a sentence. We don't want to reinvent the wheel.
It's an expression.
It's a sentence.
It's an expression. Yes, of course. We say the same thing in Farsi. چرخ از نو اختراع کردن.
And the next one is glorious.
Yes.
It's very luxurious, beautiful, and honorable. And tomb is like a grave, but it's for
tomb, not tomb.
Tomb.
Yes.
Tomb. Tomb. It's like a grave, but it's for very important people like Ferdowsi.
Yes.
Tomb. And wasteland. It means
no, she don't say wasteland. It's one word. Wasteland. Wasteland.
Wasteland. It is like ruined place. And for effort, we have used make an effort.
Very good.
And my big problem is about something like and things. And you said something cheesy مثل اون. It's a singular.
Yes.
And
yes, something like
things.
Something like that. یه چیزی مثل اون. Things like that.
I have a question.
Yes, go on. Yes.
Something is a cheesy.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
It's a singular or plural?
Singular. You can say some things. میتونید بگید some things. Okay?
یه چیز.
چیزهایی.
Why we use like, not likes?
چرا likes رو هم میتونیم بگیم. Okay? I have to say this in Farsi. اون likes که میگیم به معنای امثاله با دیگه something نیست. For example, the likes of Ferdowsi. امثال فردوسی. The likes of Bill Gates. امثال بیل گیتس. اما something like یعنی یه چیزی مثل این. یه لیوان مثل این میخوام. I want something like this glass. I want something like this book. یه کتابی مثل این میخوام. In here, it's another way of using it. دیگه something likes نداریم. something. اصلا دو تا اکسپرشن متفاوتن. نمیشه به هم بچسبونیم.
Something.
Some things هم داریم. Some جدا things هم داریم. به حال some دیگه. یه مودیفایر همراه things هم میتونه بیاد. هم singular و هم plural.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to work on it.
Yes, work on it. Thank you very much, Shireen. That was a very good review.
Thank you.
Thanks for spending time on that.
Thank you.
And thank you, Behzad, for suggesting that. This,
Thank
no, really, it was a good suggestion. And I think that we should use it in all the classes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For your exception.
For your exception. I think it's acceptance. I think it's acceptance.
Acceptance.
Yes, I'm sure about acceptance. I'm not sure if exception exists. We have to check that. But acceptance, I'm sure. Thanks for accepting that. But that's more common to say thanks for accepting that. Yeah, I wish we had done that every other session. That would be better.
Okay.
So for next session,
thank you.
For the movie class, you'll be happy. Okay, for the movie class, I'll send you a piece of homework. You have to work on that one. You have to work on that one. And from 10 days from now, I think, we'll do a review of the movie class too. Okay, we won't go very far back. Just the last movie that we worked on. And then the newspaper class and this class. And after we're finished, every new session that we have will be followed by a review session. I think that's good. Thank you very much, Behzad. That was genius. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.